Good afternoon, everybody. I welcome you all, fourth semester computer science student for session eighth or ninth. It's session ninth, I suppose. Session ninth. Yes. Session ninth. It is session ninth. Yes, it's session nine. We're going to discuss the session nine. That is, in the last class, we discussed about empathy and self-confidence. We discussed about empathy and self-confidence. What we discussed yesterday in the last class. Yes. Yes, we have discussed about empathy and self-confidence. Today we'll discuss about again self-confidence and spirituality. That is what we're going to discuss today about. We're going to discuss about self-confidence and spirituality. Yesterday also we discussed about spirituality. Again, some more points we need to discuss about self-confidence. Then we'll discuss about the spirituality. What do you mean by spirituality and so on. So first we'll discuss self-confidence. Self-confidence, we're going to discuss. So some leaders expose others when failure occurs and own the credit when success comes. Like in the last class, a few classes before, I told you, the scientist Dr. Satish Dhawan, he took the responsibility when the mission was a failure one. And when the mission was a successful one, he gave the responsibility to former President APJ Abdul Kalam. Yes, that's what. So that's what you should be ready to, what you can face the reality, what you call. That is what you call self-confidence. But usually what we do, the human tendency is the good, whatever the good we have done, we are going to take the responsibility. If something goes bad, we're going to put the responsibility on somebody else. That is the human natural tendency of a human beings. But that should not be done, what you can call that. Yes. Some leaders expose others when failure occurs and own the credit when success comes. This is the human natural tendency, what you can call that. The factors that shape self-confidence in a person are how to build self-confidence. There are some factors are there. So what usually the first factor is what you can call heredity. By heredity, if your parents are having the characteristic called as a self-confident, even that quality will be transferred to your children also. That is the attitude of parents and family, environment, and elders. Yes, so it is a heredity, what you can call that. So from there, you can attain the quality from your parents or your grandparents and so on. Yes, so based on your family. Then it also influences by friendship, how you live with your friends, or with how are your friends. If your friends are bold enough or self-confident, you also will be self-confident, what you call this. So it influences on the friendship also, that how are your friends, how are your colleagues, and so on. So if they are strong and self-confident, you also will develop that quality. So second factor is from friendship. Third is influence of your superiors or role models. You may have your superiors, some seniors may be there, senior students, or your parents may be there, or your cousins may be there, or some leaders may be there which you follow, you can call. So the leaders also influence. Religious leaders may be there, or political leaders may be there, something, or some community leaders may be there, and so on. So the leaders also will play a role to influence your. It's one of the factors to improve self-confidence, what we call. The next is the training in the organization. You can undergo training. So there are what you can call training skills are we call the skills, soft skills. Under soft skills we can call. Yes, soft skill training programs are there. So they provide all these things. Yes, so like we call SWOT analysis: strength, weaknesses, opportunity, and threat. So they provide you training to identify what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, what are your threats and opportunity. So whatever the weaknesses are there, you can try to improve your weaknesses. So you can undergo training also. By training also, you can improve your self-confidence. Yes, somebody read the points.
Some leaders expose others, failure occurs, and own the credit when success comes. The factors that shape self-confidence in a person are heredity, attitudes of parents and family environment, elders, friendship, influence of friends or colleagues, influence of superiors or role models, training in the organization.
That is about what you call the self-confidence. These are the factors that influence the what you can call the self-confidence in a person. That is fine. Then what are the methodologies? Just I told you. So there are some methodologies or techniques to improve your self-confidence. That is, as I told you, what you call SWOT analysis. SWOT stands for S stands for strength, W for weaknesses, O for opportunity, and T for your threats. So you individually yourself identify your strengths. What are your weaknesses? What are your opportunities? What are your threats? So strengths are nothing but they are good qualities. So you may have weakness. For example, you may get fear, stage fear may be there, or you may have a what you can call less confidence. So your confidence may be low. So try to improve that confidence. How to improve it? So all those things, we call that as a SWOT analysis. And so following methodologies are effective in developing self-confidence in a person. So these are the qualities. How to improve self-confidence? So first methodology is encouraging SWOT analysis. By evaluating their strength and weaknesses, they can anticipate and be prepared to face the results. So by analyzing yourself individually, you yourself think and sit at a time and identify, you write what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, opportunities and threats. Yes, so you identify that. Then whatever the weakness, like for example, you may feel shy. For example, shyness may be your weakness. Try to overcome that. Or you may have a suppose stage fear. So try to overcome that. How to overcome that? For example, we ask you to give a seminar. You may feel it very uncomfortable for the first time. What do? You, instead of giving directly in the class, you give a seminar in front of your friends, for example, maybe 5 to 10 friends. Then later you can give the seminar in the class. That is how you can improve your what you can call weaknesses. Is it like that? So that is one of the way. Like that, you identify your weaknesses. So we call this analysis as a SWOT analysis. So whatever are your weakness, through some methods or techniques, or you can improve your weaknesses. Yes. Then training to evaluate risk and face them. That is we call self-acceptance. So whatever drawbacks are there, you try to overcome that. You may be poor in communication skills. So learn English. Yes, how to improve your communication skills? By just going through your reading the newspaper. One example I'm talking about. So read the newspaper daily, at least for 1 hour. So it will improve your vocabulary. It will improve your communication skills, what you can call. Yes. So you undergo training then. Then you evaluate what are your risks and try to face them. So these are the methodologies that can help you to improve self-confidence in a person, what you can call. That's fine. Next, other methodology, self-talk. What do you mean by self-talk? It is conditioning the mind for preparing the self to act without any doubt on his capabilities. Yes. So you are preparing yourself. Like for example, you're preparing for your exams. You yourself preparing. Yes. That is what you call, you sometimes you read loudly yourself so that you want to understand, or you want to, what you call, recap the things or something like that. That is what you call self-talk. Whatever you want to do in front of others, for example, you want to give a lecture, you practice yourself at home before giving a lecture. That is what you call self-talk. You're talking to yourself. Yes, whether I'm doing it right or not, whether it is right, you try to recall the things and try to do it, what you call. So that is what you call self-talk. It is conditioning the mind for preparing the self to act without any doubt on his. You have got a capacity that you're going to write the exam tomorrow. You know you have studied it, but you want to ensure that whatever I studied, it is right or not. You talk to yourself, or you read yourself loudly sometimes, or you what do you call, somebody will ask you the questions and you will answer them. So just to ensure that whatever you are reading or whatever you learned is right or not. Is it clear? That is what you call self-talk. This makes one accept himself while still striving for improvement, what do you call this? This will help you to improve your self-confidence, what do you call. And the fourth methodology is study in group discussion, what do you call. Study and group discussion on the history of leaders and innovators, what do you call. So this will help you. Suppose if you study individually, some of the things you may not be able to understand. What you will do? So you leave that particular topic. Suppose if you are in a group, you're studying in a group, you can ask the doubts to your friend. He or she may tell you, then you may clear it. She may not be knowing some of the doubts. She will ask you. So what happens here? By group discussion, you can share your information. Nobody will lose your knowledge. You can increase your knowledge. If you doesn't know, a friend will tell. If she doesn't know, some other friend may tell you. Or if she doesn't know, you will share the information. That is what you call study and group discussion. Yes, discuss in a particular group. Yes, that's one of the what you call methodology to increase the self-confidence, what you call study and group discussion on the history of leaders and innovators, what you call. So these are the technologies. Yes, fine. Just once again go through this self-confidence here from here. This we have studied. Next point. Yes. What are the methodologies? Somebody.
Encouraging analysis by evaluating their strengths and weaknesses, they can anticipate and be prepared to face the result. Training to evaluate risks and face them, self acceptance.
Next.
Self talk. It is conditioning the mind for preparing the self to act without any doubt on his capabilities. This make one accept himself while still striving for improvement. Study and group discussion on the history of leaders and innovators. Example, Sam Walton of Walmart, USA.
These are some of the examples. What you call they had, what you call they are the leaders or they were the innovators, what you call them. Yes, fine, for example. Yes, so these are the methodologies that will help you to increase what you call the, what you can improve the self-confidence, what you call. Yes, fine. Yes, next. We're going to discuss the next topic that will be your spirituality. So this will be a last topic of this chapter. So today and tomorrow we may discuss about spirituality. So this with this spirituality, we can the last topic of the chapter. We're going to complete your unit number 1 as. That's fine. So first we're going to discuss what do you mean by spirituality. Yes, spirituality means what? Yes, spirituality means what? Like you believe in God, for example, everything is done by Almighty, what you call. So there is some superpower is that who's going to do control all these things. Nothing is in our hand, what you can call. That is what you call believing in Almighty. We Almighty God, we call that is a spiritual power is that. That's what we call this spirituality. That is what we're going to discuss in this topic. What is spirituality? Spirituality is a way of living that emphasizes the constant awareness and recognition of the spiritual dimension of nature and people. So we are aware. We believe in particular religion. Everybody believes in some or the other religion and believe in their own God. Whatever it is, it's fine. That is what we call. We believe in superpower. Some superpower is that who's controlling the entire world. That's fine. Yes, with a dynamic balance between the material development and the spiritual development. What do you call that? So there is some superpower who is going to look after all this entire world, what we can call that. This is said to be the great virtue of Indian philosophy and for Indians. So everybody, we Indians believe in God. That is fine. Maybe in various forms, whatever it is, it's fine. Spirituality includes the faith or belief in supernatural power or God regarding the worldly events. So everything, whatever is happening, we believe that Almighty God is controlling everything there. So monsoons, rains are coming, or floods are coming, whatever it is. Yes, the seasons are happening. All monsoon, winter, whatever the summer, everything is in the control of God. What we believe, the superpower, natural. He is a supernatural power. Everything is under control of Him. What we believe that it functions as a fertilizer for the soil, character to blossom into values and morals. So it is going to help you. We believe in spirituality, or we believe in God. That is what we call that. So that is one of what you can call. Yes, that will help you to it will help you to improve our values and morals. So every religion preaches some good values that we try to follow that principles of the particular religion or guidelines of that particular religion. There are leaders are there who give instructions or guidelines how to follow the particular religion or how to practice the religion. And every religion has got some holy book there. So holy book, like for Muslims we are having Quran is there, for Hindus we are having Bhagavad Gita is there, and for Christians we have Bible is there. So there every religion has got their own holy books are there. So holy books, there are some guidelines are there which we need to follow. And if we follow, so we can, it's nothing but obeying God, what we call. So that is what we call spirituality, what we call. Yes, fine. Somebody read these points.
Spirituality is the way of living that emphasizes the constant awareness and recognition of the spiritual dimension of nature and people, with a dynamic balance between the material development and the spiritual development. This is said to be the great virtue of Indian philosophy. And for Indians, spirituality include the faith or belief in supernatural power or God regarding the worldly events. It functions as a fertilizer for the soil character to blossom into values and morals.
Yes. So that is about your spirituality. There is it's a way of living and emphasizing the constant awareness and recognition of the spiritual dimension of nature and people. Yes. So it is nothing but it is going to act as a fertilizer for human being to improve our values and morals. That is what we have seen. There is fine. Next. Spirituality. What it includes? It includes creativity, communication, recognition of the individual as human being. So spirituality helps us to create creativity, communicate, recognize, yes, as an individual human. We first of all, we believe all are human beings. Yes, we all are human beings because of that. There's courtesy, empathy, cooperation, yes, selflessness, confidence, cooperation, commitment, living peacefully. All these are the moral values, ethics, what you can call. So first we believe we all are human beings first. Then we believe they are what you call, they are of different religion. Everybody has got to follow his own religion. There is no restriction. What you call. First of all, we all are human beings. We recognize everybody as a human being, and everybody has got right to follow his own religion or preach his own religion, practice his own religion. Yes, he can live as he wants. It's fine. Then respect to others, acceptance and vision. Yes, so we respect others. Yes, we accept others. Yes, whatever, and vision is fine. Next, partnership, not being to authority and always sharing responsibility with others for better returns. Always we share with somebody else. Yes, we are not independent. We depend on somebody else. You may share something with your neighbors, something what sometimes we require. You cannot say that always I'm independent. Sometimes situation makes you to be dependent. So we live together there. We share. We are having responsibility. We help others. Yes, that is what we call partnership. What we call. Yes, somebody read these points.
Spirituality includes creativity, communication, recognition of the individual as human being, respect to other, acceptance, vision, partnership, not being too authoritative and always sharing responsibility with other for better returns.
Partnership. We help, we live together, we can call partnership. We are not authority. Yes, I am a boss. No, we share with somebody else, others also we can call this. That is about your spirituality. That is fine. Again, what do you mean by spiritual? Some more points. Spirituality is motivation as it encourages the colleagues to perform better than. Yes, so the spirituality help you to perform, to live well with others, to live, perform, what do you call, colleagues to perform better, help your friends or colleagues to do better than. Remember, lack of motivation leads to isolation. Suppose if you are doing well and nobody is motivating you, what you will do? Why I should do? Nobody's asking me or nobody. If you motivated by rewards or awards, then you'll be what you call, you'll be happy that somebody is recognizing what you're doing it. If somebody recognizes and give award or reward or just at least motivate, then you'll be having to do, you do like to do creativity. If nobody is recognizing you, so what happened? You'll just ignore the thing. Why I should do? And nobody else is doing, why I should do that? So you'll be demotivated. It's fine. So lack of motivation leads to isolation. Always motivate whatever he or she has done. If it may be a small thing, whatever, just recognize it. Yes, you've done better. You can do still better for some. So that will be a motivation factors for others also. It's fine. Spirituality is also energy. Be energetic and flexible to adapt to challenging and changing situation. Spirituality also, you should be flexible to adapt it. So now due to technology, the spirituality also is changing. You can call that. Yes. So you need to adapt the challenges. Yes. Changing, you should adapt due to changing situations, what you can call like that. So spirituality is flexibility as well. It's going to modify as and when. Yes. Spirituality is flexible, what you can call. One should not be too dominating. Don't be always dominant. Everyone should listen whatever I say. No, don't be too dominating. You should be dominating, but to some particular extent, what you can call. So don't be too dominating, what you can call. Somebody read these points.
Spirituality is motivation as it encourages the colleagues to perform better. Remember, lack of motivation leads to isolation. Spirituality is also energy. Be energetic and flexible to adapt to challenging and changing situations. Spirituality is flexible as well. One should not be too dominating.
Yes, so that is about the spirituality. Yes, fine. Some more points. Make space for everyone and learn to recognize and accept people the way they are. So you don't like some people, for example, they may be they may be speaking more about you or whatever with that, but you should be able to recognize and accept whatever they. You cannot change them. If they are small kids, you can tune them, but they are grown up. You cannot change anybody. In whatever they are, you need to accept it. You need to adjust according to them. You cannot change them. Some people you dislike them, but you cannot change them. You need to accept what they are. So make space. So that is their quality. We cannot change it. That is the way they have been brought up there. So we cannot change the people. We need to recognize everyone and we need to accept everyone in what way they are, whatever way they may be there, we need to accept them. We can guide them, but they will not be changing what I can call. Yes. Make space for everyone and learn to recognize and accept people the way they are. So give space for everyone. Space and say, let everybody work. Always you don't be dominating. You only don't do everything. Ask somebody to do it. Yes, you work for them also. Yes, when you assign the responsibility, you can ask them that. If you don't assign, then you cannot ask them that. And recognize and accept the people the way they are. Yes, variety is the order of the day. Changes. Yes, variety is different. You want different things. So now you want to have different people. You need to accept that is the order of the day. But one can influence their mind to think and act together. Yes, you can motivate them. Suppose he or she is doing wrong. You tell him or her, no, this is the wrong way. Don't do like that. You do it some other way. So tell them politely or tell them these are the things to be done. Don't dominate them. Yes, tell them in a way, proper way. What can. So you or if you do it, he or she will see and do it. If you cannot tell her to do something first, you do yourself. He or she will see and learn how to do the things. That is one way of influencing others. But one can influence their mind to think and act together. You can influence them to do in a proper way. That you can tell them to do in a way. Oh, you just see first. I'm going to do the things. You try to follow the same procedure. That is what you can tell them. Spirituality is also fun. So it is also fun. What you can call it. Working is okay, but you also need to have fun in office to keep yourself charged up. Yes, always work, no. So there also should be some fun, entertainment, and so on. So that you get motivated. Yes, only workaholic, always work, no. It will be always monotonous then. So there should be some different activities also, some cultural activity, some entertainment, or some other fun, and so on. Yes, working is okay, but you also need to have fun in office to keep yourself charged up. Tolerance and empathy are the reflections of spirituality. Through spirituality, you'll get the qualities like you tolerate, you'll be patience, you'll be empathy, you'll be sympathy, something like that. Blue and saffron colors are said to be associated with the spirituality. So two colors of spirituality are blue and saffron colors. So tolerance and empathy are the reflections of spirituality. Yes, somebody read the points.
Make space for everyone and learn to recognize and accept people
the way they are. Variety is the order of the day, but one can influence their mind to think and act together. Spirituality is also fun. Working is okay, but you also need to have fun in office to keep yourself charged up. Tolerance and empathy are the reflection of spirituality, but suffer colors are said to be associated with spirituality.
Yes, when somebody is reading, give chance to others also. Yes, always the same person need not read it. Yes, fine, whatever it is, fine. Yes, next. Create some other points about spirituality. Creativity in spirituality means conscious efforts to see things differently, to break out of habits and outdated beliefs. What do you mean by what do you call creativity in spirituality? So we follow we are some superstitious sometimes. We practice superstitious. Yes. So remove all those things. Remove out of that. Yes. The creativity in spirituality means conscious effort to see the thing differently, to come out of habits and outdated beliefs. The things which are outdated, some superstitious, for example, we follow. So we avoid, come out of that, for example. Yes. Like find new ways of thinking, doing, and being. Suppression of creativity leads to violence. Yes. So get new ideas, how to do it, creativity, and try to do things. Don't suppress the creativity. So you see the things. If it is acceptable, accept it. If you're not feasible, don't accept it. Yes. So give the try to have ideas, new ideas, or new thoughts, and how to get the things done. So always there will be many solutions for a particular problem. Always what you're using the traditional way. No, like somebody has come with some new idea to do the particular things. So first see the idea. Initially, don't reject it. First see if it is feasible, then you adapt that solution. So find new ways of thinking, doing, and being. So don't suppress the creativity that may leads to violence. What you call. People are naturally creative. Yes, everyone has got creative ideas, new thoughts, new visions, new things, new thoughts, and so on. Yes, when they are forced to crush their creativity, its energy turns to be destructive, release, and action. When you try to suppress or when you crush the creativity, what it happens, it leads to destructive release and action. That should not happen in the spirituality. Yes, somebody read these points.
Creativity, spirituality means conscious efforts to see things differently, to break out of habits and outdated beliefs, find new ways of thinking, doing, and being. Suppression of creativity leads to violence. People are naturally creative. When they are forced to crush their creativity, its energy turns to destructive release and actions.
So these are some of the points we need to discuss about spirituality. Then next, creativity includes the use of color, humor, and freedom to enhance productivity. What it includes? It uses some color, as we have seen. Blue and saffron color are the representation, or they use in spiritual. They represent spirituality. So it includes some use of color, humor, and freedom to enhance productivity. What we call. Yes. Yes. Then creativity is fun. When people enjoy what they do, it is involvement. So whatever you are doing, if you are happy, that is what you call spirituality. They work much harder. What you call. Yes. So creativity includes the use of color, humor, and freedom to enhance the productivity. So creativity is fun. Whatever you are doing, if you are enjoying, then it is nothing but involvement. So people will work much harder. Yes. This is how the creativity will help us. Fine. Somebody read it.
Creativity includes the use of color, humor, and freedom to enhance productivity. Creativity is fun. When people enjoy what they do, it is involvement. They work much harder.
Fine. That is about your spirituality. Yes, these are the things we need to discuss in the today's classes. So today we have discussed about two things, that is self-confidence and spirituality. Yes, fine. So any other things we need to discuss? Any doubts in this today's classes? We got any doubts? No doubts?
No, sir.
Okay, then we'll end the today's session. Fine, we'll continue again tomorrow. Thank you, one and all. Okay, fine.